everybody, Connie here with Canyon City Creations. Welcome back. I'm going to talk about these pieces that I made closer to the end of the video today. But I am going to do a painting, and you're going to do it with me today. But before we get started, I wanted to share something that I thought was kind of funny that I ran into when I was out and about today. So check this out. This fish is like really mad. There's no algae or anything to eat on the glass. It's too clean. Okay, I'm gonna do this with my cell phone camera instead of my little fake GoPro. Just because I just like the way it films a little bit better. I'm going to do another neon blacklight painting, only I'm not going to do a galaxy painting. I'm going to do, or I'm going to attempt to do a bloom, and we're going to see how that works, but it will be on a black background. So let's go ahead, pour my background, and all my paints are mixed with Floetrol, 2-to-1 ratio, and this just helps, it extends the paint, so I have 3 times more paint. It also helps it to flow better. So let's go ahead and start with our background. I'm going to spread it out a little bit. Hold on a second, let me blow the dog hair off. Okay. Just go ahead and make a nice big puddle in the middle. Okay. This over here. And I'm just gonna tilt it around so that it covers as much of the canvas as possible. And I probably don't have enough on there, so let me go ahead and put some around the edges, extend it out a little bit more. Yes, this will be helpful. This over here on this end. Okay. So I will fill in the edges after I pour. That really looks good. I don't see a lot of bubbles. Let me get my tweezers. If I can find them. Found some tweezers. I'm gonna have to get down here. Sometimes they'll just be like a little glob, and sometimes it's just an air bubble, and sometimes you can actually see little fibers and hairs. Okay, that's a glob. There. Get you out of there. You do not belong there. Okay. So now I'm going to do just a puddle pour, and gosh, depositing more fibers on here. Let's see. So I'm just going to do layers of my neon paint colors. And then I will put a cell activator in the middle, and then I'm going to blow it out with my blow dryer. Put a little white paint for my center. And I'm going to throw in a few drops, oops, oh, might be too many, of silicone oil. This helps to create the cells, the big cells that you see in some of my other paintings. Mix that up, leave that there for a second. Okay, so you got to be kind of careful how you layer your colors, because if I put the blue and the yellow together, of course it's going to make green. So I kind of want to avoid mixing any colors that are going to make funky looking muddy colors. So let me start with, I'm going to start with my neon orange. So I'm just going to go right in the middle with it. We'll make a pretty good sized puddle there. And I think I will go with pink after that. And I actually have added a little bit of water to these to make them thinner. It's easier to blow it out when the paint is thinner. I'll go with some pink. Let's see. Let's go with some yellow. Oh, I shake stuff and stuff's coming off onto my paint. Like that. These things look funky after the paint dries, so I want to make sure I try to get all of them out of there. Okay. Some yellow, neon yellow. Do some neon green. It's going to be a very bright painting even without black light. Do the green here. And then I will do my neon blue. Do my neon purple. Uh-oh. A little clog in my little spout there. Oh no. See, now I'm going to have a chunk, or chunks plural. Okay. And I'm going to go back to some pink again. It's going to be very big. Okay. I'm gonna fire out some bubbles. Got a lot of bubbles in my paint. I just shook it up. Okay. And more fibers. Mess up my paint. All right. Now I'm going to put my cell activator in there. right in the middle. Just pour the whole thing in. And then I'm going to take some black that I have in a bottle already. And I'm just going to put this around the edge to create more of a black pillow that it can flow over. All right. All right, let's get my blow dryer out. Oh, here it is. Okay. All right, the trick is to position your blow dryer in such a way and start on a low setting so that you don't, blow your paint all over creation. Okay, so I'm going to start it on low. I'm going to start right in the middle. And we'll get close, and then I'm just going to slowly oh, this is going to be cool. I might have put too much white in the middle, huh? Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna pop some bubbles. And you can see those cells already popping up, but I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit and let more of the colors underneath come through. Okay. And I also need to fill in the rest of my black. So, just going to put some on the edges, and then I'll use my cake decorating spatula to spread it out to the edges, and then I will get the actual sides as well. Okay. I'm not that really good at doing art instructions. You want to know how to do safe food handling? I got your back, okay? But this is a little different technique for me. And I don't know. I kind of feel like I want to, if I fiddle with it, it's going to mess it up. So I don't want to fiddle with it too much. This is already pretty cool as it is. And I love these other little cells that are popping up around in the edges. It's really cool looking. So let me go ahead and get my black distributed a little better than I have it. And then I will go to the actual edges over here and the corners and so forth. All right. To be careful that I don't accidentally scrape my bloom. Edge right there. It's kind of a tight squeeze. Okay, I haven't done a bloom in quite a while, so I know I put too much white in the middle. I should have made it smaller, but I really love all the cells it's creating. Look, it's even getting more and more as we move, or while we wait for the paint to move. I will go back in at some point with a gloved finger and do all the edges and corners. But for now, I think we've accomplished our goal. Well, I've accomplished my goal anyway. So, let me get this wiped off. Go, nice and clean. Oh, I have an idea. There we go. Fill in that little empty space there. Alright. Got a few empty spaces over here as well. Just at the very edge, so I want to get those in. I don't want to have any empty spaces where you can see canvas like that there. So very gently with a light touch, just kind of spread it over to the edge. Okay. This paint does not want to go on this little edge here. What is the dealio here? Let me just pick some up from the, there we go. That's a little better. All right. That's looking a lot more like what I envisioned. These stupid fibers everywhere. My goodness. I got my window open, so I'm sure I got stuff floating in from the outside. There. And I think this is going to turn out really cool. This might be one of my best blooms I've ever done. I'm not all that great at it. It's hard for me to hold the blow dryer because of arthritis. So let me just go around, pop some more bubbles. This will actually help more cells to activate a little bit, like that. This is so cool right here. I love this. You guys see that? Look at that. I got more over here. Woo-hoo. Okay. On the edges. Yeah. I'll catch my canvas on fire if I get too close, huh? Let's do that. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put on a glove. Okay, so with this makes it really easy. You just literally pick up the paint that has flowed over the canvas onto my newspaper here and just go along and cover up all those corners and edges. This makes it better so that I don't have too much, you know, underneath the canvas. Sometimes I can get kind of messy with that little process. this already. This is going to be cool. I have to look at my pricing list for a painting this size. And if you like it and you want to buy it, just comment dibs. The first person that comments dibs will have first right of refusal. To look at my pricing. I think this one is going to be well worth any price. Well, not any price, but you know what I mean. Paint supplies, especially good paint, is very expensive. Not to mention canvases. So, there we go. Get that off of me. All right, what do you guys think? I don't want to tilt it because it'll pour off. I'm wondering if I should push that one out a little bit more. What do you think? Let me see if I can do it without ruining my painting. Alright, I'm going to stop so I don't mess it up too much. But I'd much rather look like it's going over the edge than to be all squatty looking. But I love this. This is so cool. Ooh, you know what we should do? Put a black light on it. Let's put a black light on it. Okay, let me turn this one off, even though I've got my overhead on. Oh, that is awesome. I am very excited about how this turned out. This is gorgeous. I'm going to do another one, like a really big one. Like on one of my 24 by 30 canvases. This is a 24 by 20. So, oh my gosh. Or 18 by 24. I'm not sure. I think it's 18 by 24. Anyway, wow, that really looks cool, huh? I love it. All right, awesome. So there's a new painting as promised. All right, and while I've got your attention, turn this back on. I'm going to show you those American flag paintings that I told you about. So, Misty, if you're watching, this is for you. Let me show you the first one I did, and I did this one like 8 or 9 months ago. I wasn't happy with it, so I just kind of put it on the shelf. And it's like an old faded glory kind of abstract. It's not meant to represent an actual American flag. Well, I mean, yeah. But, you know, have you ever seen stars look like that? No. I just wasn't happy with how the paint cracked. See, these are cells here, but this is just cracked paint. So something went wrong. It was either my mixture or the cell activator I used. I don't even remember, but I wasn't real happy with it. But Misty loved it and wants it. But I did another one, and no paint cracking this time, but much better cells. I just didn't add any stars. I wanted the white cells to kind of be representative of the stars. So this one I actually like a little bit more. Just my personal taste. Haven't perfected my technique on American flags. That's not something I've ever done until these two. So, but I'm going to let her choose which one she would rather have. So, there go the American flags. Hopefully I got a good take on that on this camera. All right. So I'm going to get some of the newest bottle stoppers that I have just made, and I'll bring you back in. Be right back. Okay, so while this is drying, I wanted to show you, now last week I did a video on the magnetic mica powders. So this week I wanted to show you one of the bottle stoppers I made. I had a little extra resin left over, and I used the magnetic mica powders for this really cool looking bottle stopper, whatever you want to call it. That one's pretty cool. I have a few others that I made. They're not quite as fancy. This one is just a purple, dark purple with mica powders. Same thing here, but burgundy. It's plain. This would look really pretty on a dark red wine bottle. I did some pink and green, or pink and teal, if you'd wish. This almost has a cat eye effect to it. Put it under the light so you can see. This is a beveled sphere. And then I did a barrel as well. And I tried doing dried flowers for the first time. And they do look pretty cool. I've got a beveled one and just a regular sphere. Got little tiny roses in there and these little things. The only problem was the flowers, the dried flowers, are so lightweight that they keep floating back up to the top, because the mold is like this. You pour the resin in this way, and the flowers kept floating up out of the out of the resin. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to do these with dried flowers that don't turn upside down and fall out of the resin. So still looks pretty cool though. It's kind of pretty. Well, I like those. And while I got you here, I also did, and I'm gonna call, I know you're gonna laugh, but I'm gonna call these Fruit of the Bloom. Okay. The reason why is I did a tray and coaster set in epoxy resin. So what I did was a big bloom on the back. I did this after I put the fruit in. So I've got some oranges and grapefruits in here, some strawberries, and of course a lot of flowers. So very cool summertime kind of thing. The only thing, the problem I had with this tray is, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but I got some like wrinkles or something here, which is weird. And I'm wondering if the grapefruit did something to the resin, because there was nothing in the mold that would have caused that. So I'm wondering if this is something that happened after I put the grapefruit slice in there. So the idea was to have the bloom come out from behind, so you can hardly really see it on this, but you can see it better on the coasters I made. So these I will definitely sell. So it's kind of, you can't really tell on the back because I put the coasters or the cork on there. But if you look closely, you can see like what looks like flower petals coming out of the edges of each one of these. And each one's a little bit different, but they do each have an orange slice in the middle, and a strawberry and some flowers. Let's see if you can see the flower petals coming out right here, right here, right here. There's some over here on this edge too. Okay. Let me see. This one had, I put a yellow bloom so you can hardly see it. But I do like the way the coasters turned out. So I do have a set of 4 of the fruity coasters. Fruity coasters, that sounds terrible, doesn't it? So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. Hope you really like the painting. I will promise I will try to get better at instruction and add more details. But these are just simple folk art neon blacklight paints. You can get them at Walmart. You can order them off of Amazon. You can get them just about any art supply place would have them. Hobby Lobby will have them. Michael's will have them. There is no more Joann Fabrics and Crafts, so unfortunately you can't get them there. But, you know, if you really want to get bulk, you know, because I just have the little bottles. because I didn't think I would be doing this much neon paint, but I've really kind of fallen in love with doing the blacklight neons in the galaxy paintings, but I wanted to try it in a bloom, and I think it's fair to say we succeeded at making a neon blacklight bloom. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.